Hey guys, good afternoon. Dustin Ball here, and as promised, it is Friday, so this is going to be my second video, the video that I promised you about what credit repair is and why it's important to you. Most of you already know I own my own credit repair company. It's called Rocket Financial Services, and you can visit us at www.rocketfinancialservices.com. I also told you that if you were here today for this video, I was going to give you an opportunity to get professional credit repair at about 90% off what you can get it from any other company. It took me a while to put this deal together. I had to make sure that I wasn't going to lose money and that money from other places was going to cover the cost of this, because it does cost me money. But today is that offer. Watch the rest of the video. Now, if you saw the video that I posted just the other day on how to get a 700 credit score within your first 12 months, you'll notice in there that I said it's completely doable for most of you, right? For most of you. And that most of you are those guys that have been locked up long enough that there's not a whole lot left on their credit report, or the negative stuff that was on there is about to fall off. This is not for the guys who were only locked up for 2 years, their car got repossessed, or they got kicked out of their apartment, and they had some credit cards that went to collections just because they were incarcerated. You guys may actually have to take a second set of steps in order to reach that 700 mark, and that's what this video is going to talk about. What I'm going to do is go ahead and address what is probably the first question on your mind, which is, if this is a credit repair video, why aren't you showing me a bunch of nice cars and a bunch of fancy houses and watches and all that kind of stuff? And I do understand, because especially when you see a lot of credit repair ads online, that's the first thing you're going to see. You're going to see people, rolling up in fancy cars, and if their company's been around for a little while, you may see somebody like rolling off a jet, that kind of thing. And that's just not my style. I think it is misguided for a few reasons to advertise credit repair that way. I just personally don't like the connotation, right? Because there are basically two reasons that you see ads like that. The first is I kind of believe that maybe some credit repair companies think that you're stupid and that you equate a high income with a high credit score, right? Or a low income with a low credit score. So they show you all these fancy cars and nice things, and you say that, hey, if you repair your credit, you can have all these things. Well, that's not true, right? And you're not stupid. You understand that. Understand that your credit score has nothing to do with the amount of money you have, okay? I personally know I know a guy that makes $14 an hour, but he has a 785 credit score because he has been responsible with his money for a very long time. I also know guys that make $120,000 or $150,000 a year, and their credit score is in the toilet, like down in the low 500s, because they never manage their money well, right? Your credit score is nothing more than your track record when it comes to how you have spent money and managed your money over time, right? Are you buying a lot of things on credit? Are you not paying your bills on time? That sort of thing. So don't ever confuse the two, right? There's nothing that correlates those two. They're completely separate. Now, the second reason that I personally dislike when people advertise things like credit repair and anything financial against a backdrop of, hey guys, if you do this, your life is going to be great, is because I think it sends the entirely wrong message, and it is highly dangerous. Most people need credit repair not because they just have errors on their credit, it's because they have bad spending habits. And the last thing that you guys need to see is someone with a stack of credit cards this big walking out of a really expensive car telling you that, hey, this is all due to credit. Guys, none of that is true, and it's highly dangerous. It preys on people's desires to have nicer things, and all it says is this is the way to do it. Through credit repair, you can have all these nice things, and that's just not true. Okay, credit is just one part of your financial stool, like there's 3 legs, and budgeting and solid financial decisions are those other 2 legs. It's hard to have a really stable financial situation if those things aren't all in place, right? I also believe that when credit repair companies do this, they're actually promoting the exact thing that got you into this situation. Wanting really nice things and using credit to buy them is why most people are in a situation where they actually need services like my company's. So let's go ahead and talk about what credit repair is and why it matters to you. So credit repair is nothing more than the process of going over your personal credit report and disputing to the credit bureaus any negative items you see on there. Items that are outdated, items that are inaccurate, items that are obsolete, and having those things removed. Okay? Is credit repair legal? Yes, it is absolutely legal. Okay, the entire industry of credit repair is predicated around consumer protection laws that say that you have a right to make sure that everything on your credit is 100% accurate, 100% fair, and 100% fully substantiated. Now, what does that mean? Accurate means that there are nearly 30 things, 30 little line items on every line in your credit report, and every one of those has to be completely accurate. Fair means that several different companies, whether they're collection companies, they can't all report the same debt. And third, you have a right to make sure that everything on your credit report is fully substantiated, meaning that the credit bureaus, the creditors, whoever says that you owe that money, has all the paperwork that they are required to have by federal law. Okay, and these laws have been put in place to help you. Let's go ahead and answer the question, do I need credit repair? And really, when you ask that question, it can be broken up into two different questions. One is, am I a candidate for credit repair? And you, in your situation, the answer is almost certainly. Almost 90% of people in America have at least one error on their credit report. Okay? And about 50% of those, it is an error that actually brings their score down. Now, you're in a certain position where you've spent the last however many years behind bars. And the statistics say that people that are behind bars are actually at a higher rate of identity theft than people that are just out here living, right? Because there are people that can use your information to get their power turned on, to get a cell phone. I've even seen people that have gotten a car. I just heard a story of a guy the other day who said that someone applied for a student loan while he was incarcerated, which is, I mean, it's almost impossible to believe. But if that happened, then that should kind of paint you a picture of why you actually may need credit repair. Now, the second question that this branches off into is, do I need a credit repair company, or can I do it myself? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can do it by yourself, in the same way that you can fix the foundation on your house, or you can build a seagoing vessel and go out deep sea fishing all by yourself. Or you can change the engine from a Z06 Corvette into a 1977 Datsun 280Z all by yourself. You are absolutely allowed to do those things by yourself. The only thing you really can't do by yourself is walk on water. I mean, there was one guy. Let me go ahead and help you out just a little bit. This is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Now, this is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, these two acts, these two laws, along with the Credit Repair Organizations Act, total about, we'll say, 250 to 300 pages front and back. And these are the things that you have to know in order to accurately repair your credit all on your own. Just like that there are certain situations where you would go ahead and allow someone else to do the heavy lifting for you, somebody that has already learned the material. And this may be one of those situations where you want to go ahead and leave it to the professionals, because what I'll tell you now is they do not make it easy. There are literally hundreds of pages of text with 6-point legal writing that regulate how credit repair has to happen. Okay? When you dispute something to the credit bureaus or to a creditor, there is very specific language that you have to include in those letters in order to actually get the answer that you want from the credit bureaus. When the credit bureaus investigate any dispute that you send in, they use your letter and the information that you put in it and find out if this is a legitimate debt or not. Worst case scenario, you could end up ultimately admitting to something that's not actually yours, and the clock restarting on the statute of limitations, and you open yourself up to collections and lawsuits. Those are the kind of things that can happen when you attempt to repair your credit on your own. Now, I will absolutely tell you, you can do this. Okay, you can do it on your own, but you don't necessarily have to. There are companies out there that can help you repair your credit. Now, I have already gotten this text message, so hey, I got Credit Karma, which you've told me to do. I can go ahead and dispute some of the stuff on my credit report online through this app, can't I? No, you absolutely cannot. The federal laws that regulate the timeline and the process that the credit bureaus have to follow when you dispute an item on your credit report, they only apply to written correspondence, okay? Not over the phone, not through the internet. You can absolutely go online to Experian, to TransUnion, to Equifax and dispute stuff there, but you will actually have to sign a waiver waiving some of your rights, and there's no way that that dispute is going to win because they don't have to handle it in the same ways that they are required to handle a letter that comes into their office. So don't ever do that. Always send any disputes by certified mail. Now, I want to go ahead and kind of dispel a rumor right now. And there are companies out there that will say, hey, all you got to do is work with us and we will raise your score. And I'm sorry, they can't tell you that. Legally, no company can guarantee to you that they can raise your score. None. Because credit repair is not about raising your score. Credit repair is making sure that your credit report that is reported through all three bureaus is 100% accurate. Now, if you have been adding the positive credit information that I talked about in my last video, and you get some of the negative items removed off your credit report, there's a very good chance that your score will go up. Okay? However, no credit repair company can guarantee that to you. Now, if you decide to go with a credit repair company, I'm going to give you a few things that you need to look out for. The laws and regulations that regulate the credit repair organizations, credit servicing organizations, are pretty strict. Okay? You have to have your business, you have to be bonded, and you have to be state licensed in your state, and in a lot of states you need to be insured. Okay, you need to have errors and omissions insurance. Okay, it's expensive and it takes about 6 months to get done. Okay, a lot of these companies will not tell you that they're licensed and bonded, and that makes them illegal. Okay, these are illegal companies that are just trying to take your money, and they are not worried about protecting you as their client. Okay, because that's what a bond does and that's what insurance does. It's not necessarily about protecting them, it's about protecting you. So when you see these Facebook ads or when you see somebody online that says that they can help you repair your credit, make sure to ask them if they're licensed and bonded, because if they're not, they're an illegal organization that does not have your best interest in mind. All right, now in the last video I told you guys that I was going to offer you a chance to get professional credit repair for up to 90% off. And I do have to apologize, it's taken me a little while to get this together. I own a credit repair company, as do a couple other guys, and about 6 months ago I started calling around because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to eat the cost on providing credit repair for everybody. So I called around pretty much every company that I know of, and every company that you've probably ever heard of. And I explained the situation and I asked what kind of discount we could get just for PEP guys. And pretty much everybody said none. It was either my prices are already discounted, except they're still about $100 a month, which is what credit repair goes for. And the reality is that I don't blame them and I'm not mad at them, because credit repair, one, it does cost money, and two, it is highly valuable. Okay, any money that you spend on credit repair is going to pay itself back over your lifetime hundreds fold. If you spend $600 on 6 months of credit repair, which is about what it costs, about $100 a month, and you're able to raise your credit score and you're able to get a mortgage here in 2 years, and your rate is, instead of being a 5%, is actually a 2.9 or 3.1. Over the life of that mortgage, you will save about $200,000 just because you took the time and you invested in yourself up front by having your credit repaired. If you go out and you buy a car, the difference that you're going to pay just in interest over a 3-year loan is about 10 times what it's going to cost you to have your credit repaired. So credit repair is really one of the best investments that you can make in yourself. But I understand that not everybody can come out of pocket for $100 a month for 6 months or however long the process takes. I do get that. So what I'm going to do is just for PEP guys and just for a select group of folks, because I'll lose money if I do it for everybody, I'm going to offer you guys the chance to get a full year of credit repair for a one-time flat fee of $100. I've already talked to a couple guys. The word got out and I've had some guys hitting me up, so they're already on the list. But if that's something that you're interested in, getting a full year of credit repair with unlimited disputes and me personally working on your case for the next 12 months for a flat fee of $100, then message me here on Facebook, just personal message, and we'll work it out. Because the truth is, you may not need credit repair. If you don't know where your credit's at, we can take a look at your situation. We can pull your credit reports and take a look at it, and you may not actually need credit repair. So I definitely don't want to charge you for something that you don't need. I'm sorry that I have to charge anybody anything, but the truth is, the moment that my expenses for offering you credit repair at this price were covered by the other money that I've got coming in, it's as soon as I made this video. So again, I can't do it for everybody, but if you're interested in that, then message me here. Now, from here on out, what I'm going to do is offer any PEP guy, either right when you get out or as soon as you feel like you're ready, the opportunity to have a free consultation where we will go over your credit report and we'll decide what it is that you actually need to do. I will help you kind of create a credit building roadmap where you know what things that you need to do when in order to add those positive lines of credit. And I will offer credit repair to any PEP guy for $50 a month, which is half of what you're going to get it basically anywhere else. And that is basically just covering the cost of what I spend on certified mail every month. So if that is something that is interesting to you, message me, add me on Facebook. You can go to my website at www.rocketfinancialservices.com. You can email me at dustin@rocketfinancialservices.com. If you have any questions at all, and we will actually go through your credit and we will find out what the best situation for you might be, because it might not be credit repair. You just might be in a situation where all we have to do is actually add some positive lines of credit to your report and be patient and give it time. The main thing to remember is that credit is about a track record, and there are no easy fixes. People ask me, how long does it take to fix credit? And my response almost always is, well, how long did it take you to really screw it up? Because it happens over time, and credit repair is kind of the same way. Like, yeah, it works. Credit repair absolutely works. However, it does take time. Sometimes you have to just continue to work on the credit bureaus for them to actually take this stuff off and to get them to follow the law. All right, guys, so that's all I've got for you. No nice cars, no fancy watches, no me stepping out of the jet. But I want you to know, hey guys, I love you. I'm here for you. If you've got any questions ever, I'm your credit plug, man. If you need anything at all, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on the messenger, Dustin@rocketfinancialservices.com. I would love to answer any of your questions, and I'm here for you, okay? The only reason I even started this company was so I can help PEP guys out. I'm just trying to give you a resource that you may not be able to get anywhere else. So, I love you. God bless you. If you need anything at all, hit me up. Y'all be good.